Hey everyone! So currently I'm working on a Roblox game, and for this game I actually need a sliding billboard system for the lobby. Considering I'm already making it anyway, I decided I would go ahead and create this tutorial. So before we can go ahead and get started on the billboard system, I actually need to make a billboard first. So I'm just going to go ahead and hop right into Blender. Alright, so now in Blender, what I'm going to do is real quickly create the billboard. I think I have an idea of what I want. That's okay. We'll just stick with something simple like this for now. You can always go back and change it later. Make it a little. All right, so after a bit of work, I finally got my billboard system into Roblox Studio here, and I've already gone ahead and set up a billboard tag as well as an images attribute with a bunch of different image IDs separated by commas. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do here is start adding the service GUI as well as all the frames needed for the system to work. So what I'll need is a service GUI with a frame and 2 image labels, with the first image label being my current frame and my second image label being my next frame. The next frame will be set at position 1, meaning it'll be here instead of here where the current frame is. All of their positions will need to be set to, all the sizes need to be set to 1010. And I believe the face is left here. And so with that all set up, I'll actually go ahead and show you how this system works. So if I go ahead and take these first 2 images here, that one being my current frame and this one being the next. Ooh, just like that. What will occur is when we say to move this frame here, we'll start to see the next frame over. And we're going to do that by using tween service to do it smoothly. So I'm going to go ahead and create a script right here in server script service. And the first thing I need is my collection service so that I can grab all billboards with the billboard tag. And then I'll also need tween service so that we can smoothly move from the current frame to the next frame. Next, I'll need my billboards by taking collection service get tagged billboard. And immediately I can go ahead and say for each billboard in pairs billboards, what I'll do is first I'll get my images from the billboard by saying string.split. The string will be billboard get attribute images. And it will split by the comma here. And then I need to get each of my frames. So what I'll do is say billboard display. And the display, I need to find my surface GUI. So that's inside display surface GUI. Then I need to get my frame, which is inside of surface GUI. And then inside of my frame, I need to get both my current frame and the next frame. With all of that now, what I can go ahead and do is set both my current frame and my next frame images to images 1 and the next frame image to images 2. Now, I have to remember that this leads to the image ID, so I have to actually concatenate the Roblox URL to both of these, just like that. With that set up, let's go ahead and make the tween info here. We'll set the time to 1, so that means it takes about 1 second to go from the current frame to the next frame. The easing style will be linear, and the easing direction will be out. Lastly, I need my next index set to 3 because I've already got my first and my second images. And that'll just keep track of which image I need to show next. So what I'll do next is I'll create a coroutine here. And inside of this coroutine, I will have a wait function for each billboard. Now I've set the wait to 8, meaning that every 8 seconds we'll change to the next frame. And immediately I'll go ahead and create my tween here. So tween service create my instance will be frame. My tween info will be tween info. And the property table will be like that, with the only property being changed is the position. We'll set that to -1, just like that. And go ahead and say tween.play, and then we'll wait for that tween to be completed, just like that. Now, once the tween moves from the current frame to the next frame, we can actually set the current frame's image to the image that we're currently looking at, which is the next frame's image. And then move our frame's position back to its original position so that we are still looking at the current frame. And the only reason we have a next frame is to show the transition. Then we'll change our next frame's image to the next image index, which is image's next index. And then we'll increase that index by 1. Finally, just to ensure that it's a seamless loop and we don't go past the amount of images we have, we'll say that if our next index is greater than the number of images we have, then we'll set that next index back to 1. Just like that. And I think with all that set, everything should work now. So we can go ahead and test it here. Go ahead and hit play here. Game will load up. And in about 8 seconds, we should see it move to the next frame, as well as the next image. Oh, and it looks like I have an error here. Oh, right there. So go ahead and play again. In about 8 seconds here, we should see, there we go. It moved to the next frame and showed us the next image. And in about 8 seconds, it'll do it again. There we go. Perfect. Everything is working as intended. So in the future, if I ever want to create a new billboard, all I have to do is have it set up just like this and give it the billboard tag along with the images attribute. And we can even swap the images here if I wanted to. And just like that, we should see that both of them work. Perfect. Alrighty. If you like this tutorial and you want to see more, uh, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you think and how I can improve. And let me know what you think the next tutorial should be. With all that said, I hope y'all have a great day. Bye bye.